So let's talk about 13 Reasons Why. Hey everyone, it's Katie and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit more serious, so if you don't want to watch this or for some odd reason by the title you don't like this video, please X out right now. I will not be offended. Obviously you want to do what's best for you. It's completely fine. Just come back for my next video. I'm sure you'll love that one way more better if you're personally just not in the right headspace for this, or if this just isn't meant for you. It's not meant for you, so come back for my next one. I'll have a great new video within the next couple days up. So today's video I just thought it was very important to talk about the 13 Reasons Why season 2. I thought that I just really wanted to do a reaction, opinion kind of vlog on it and everything. I don't have any live reactions just because for me I just wanted to watch it and everything, and I just felt like my reactions weren't necessary. I would rather much talk about this. I did one to The Bone, which was a movie that came out a couple months ago, which kind of has the same similar views as this one, as people see as controversial and stuff like that. So I'm going to be kind of doing the same thing I did in that video, except for not chit chat grading my style, because I'm pretty sure I did that for that video. Yeah, I felt like it was so important to talk about 13 Reasons Why and to talk about their season 2. I never talked about season 1 over here, but I will briefly talk about season 1 and everything. And if you haven't seen season 2, or if you haven't seen the series at all, and if you want to go watch it, of course go watch it. I'm not gonna be like, hey, go watch it, you need to, because if you feel like you want to watch it and you feel like you can watch it, go ahead and go watch it. But if you feel like you can't handle it and it's just not a show for you, don't watch it. I feel like you just have to make the best decision for yourself and decide if it's the right show for you to watch. I know Catherine, who plays Hannah, posted something on her Instagram right before season 2 premiered and said, you know, you got to make this decision for yourself and decide if this is a good show for you to watch. You don't have to watch it and stuff, which I thought was very big of her, and I loved how she did that, because it's true. Like, the series might not be good for you, and it's okay if it's not good for you, because it is an incredible series, and it does have those moments where you're like, what is going on, and I don't know if I can handle this. I think it is an important show, and I think it's important to be talking about things like this. And yeah, so first, before we start, I have to give out a huge disclaimer. Of course, besides spoiler, I already went through that, but yes, spoiler, if you haven't seen it, please do not watch this. Just put it out your watch later and then watch it later. But I do want to give a huge disclaimer, and I actually wrote this out last night because I finished episode 13 last night, Sunday, and I'm hoping to get this up Monday, the same day I'm filming it. And I took notes just to make sure I say everything I want to say, but also just to keep myself on track, you know what I mean? Because I really want to get everything out there. So first, I just want to give a huge disclaimer and just, you know, say all this. So first off, I just want to say that I'm in no way saying that everyone must watch this show. I already kind of said that, but in no way you need to watch this show. You don't have to watch every show that's out there. I know like a lot of people are hyping it up, and a lot of people are hyping up last season too. It's not a show that everybody needs to watch. If you can handle it, of course watch it. If you really want to watch it, of course watch it. You don't have to watch it if you feel like it's gonna trigger you, or and just if it's gonna affect your mental health. Please do not watch. And if you do watch, just be sure to watch with like a parent, a friend, somebody. Please watch with an adult, especially if you're under like 17, just because there are a lot of like hard moments in the show, and there are a lot of, I don't want to say disturbing, but maybe like there are a lot of hard hitting moments in the show. There are a lot of hard scenes that even for me, a 22-year-old, were hard to watch. I'm giving you that disclaimer just like the show does, which I think is amazing. I think it's amazing. By the first episode, the whole cast states their names and just says, they give all the disclaimers, and then before every episode there is a disclaimer, especially on the episode where there is a lot of hard scenes. They give a huge disclaimer, and I think it was out there. People are gonna say what they're gonna say. People are gonna hate if they want to hate, but I think they really did their job and everything. And of course, you must make that decision for yourself if you're gonna watch the show. It's all up to you. You do what's best for you. And I'm here just to talk about my opinions, and I'm making this video, and I'm here just to talk about my opinions on the show and what I got from the show and what I got out from watching the show. I'm just here to state my opinions as a viewer watching a TV show that went viral last year and is like a hot topic, I guess we could call it. And I actually read this book years and years ago. I read it when I was a sophomore in high school. So when this show came out, I was really excited to watch it. I know this intro has probably been wicked long, but I just want to get all these things out there. This is very personal to me. This is my personal opinion, of course. This is just my opinion, just Katie's opinion, just me. I have different feelings, and I like the comments to be a place of conversation, but I don't want any negativity in the comments. Not that I am expecting there to be negativity, not that I'm saying that everybody's going to come on and be negative, but I don't want this to be a negative place. So if you do leave a negative comment, I'm just going to put a fair warning that I will be deleting the negative comments, that if there is a negative comment on the video, I will be deleting it. No warnings. I'm just saying if there's negative comments, I will be deleting it because I want it to be a safe place, and I just want it to be a place where everybody can comment what they think, but no negativity, please. No hate on my opinions or somebody else's opinions. No hate at all. Let's just keep this a safe place to talk, because we need to start talking about these things. This is a great show, and you might have your certain opinion about it, and I'll have mine, but I do think they are doing great things. They're starting conversations, which is something that's been far long that we've been needing to do. I'm also not glorifying this show and saying that it's the most amazing show ever. I'm just talking about a show that I do generally like and that I think is doing great things. I'm not glorifying it, saying that, wow, I'm gonna keep this very serious. If you want to see me fangirl in another video, definitely go watch those, but I don't want to do that. I will mention how I feel about the characters and what I like, but I'm not going to be a super fangirl. And also, I'm not condoning this show. You can make your own opinions on it, like I said, and please, no hate. Like I said, no negative comments, not gonna happen. And let's just make this a safe place to talk and discuss issues and that need to be talked about in the first place. So I know that was a super long intro and everything, but I just had a lot to get out there before I start getting into my opinions. So yeah, we're gonna get right into our opinions and talk about 13 Reasons Why season 2. So let's talk about 13 Reasons Why. First off, I do like this show. I do think it's doing great things. Like I said, they're really like exposing people to different things, and they're really getting stories out there that need to be out there. I feel like this show is very relatable and everything. I feel like a lot of shows, when they try to do like something that's real, I feel like they also make it like kind of unrealistic because they have to put drama in there, romance, they have to put things in there that are going to appeal to an age group. I definitely think this show probably appeals to like maybe the late teens, early 20s. I feel like the age group is definitely my age group, maybe like 19 to like 24. I feel like it is for my age group. Of course, for people that are older than me too, and people that are younger than me, I do think there is an age where you need to like, where it is too young to watch. I think any age below 15 is too young. Obviously, parents, if you want your kids to watch this show, you do you're the parent. And yeah, so season 1, I did really like season 1. It had those hard scenes that even for me, I was hard to watch. I would cover my mouth because I was like, oh my god, I can't believe that. I think I like season 2 more. I think there was a lot more of the show. I think it was more fresh blood. I think like it just, I don't know, I don't want to say more things happened in season 1 because I feel like they moved a lot faster in season 2, but I don't know, like season 1 just had that more mystery to it because it was kind of first starting, it was fresh blood, we're getting to know it and everything, so I did like that a little bit better. I just think this season was a lot of court scenes, so I feel like it just wasn't as entertaining. I don't know, like the court scenes were just long and dawdling and just drowning. I was just like, this is just too much, like too much court scenes. I kind of wish, it makes sense why they did it like that because they wanted each person's like statement to be like a different episode, kind of like how the different tapes were a different episode in the first season. So I get why they did it, but also I don't know. And I don't know, like I just don't like season 2 as much as season 1. I still enjoyed it and I still would recommend it if you were gonna watch it, obviously, but I just didn't like it as much as season 1 and everything. I think there are a lot of things I liked better about season 2 and I found more interesting about season 2. I thought it was interesting how in season 1 all the kids, like everybody but Clay basically, and obviously Hannah because she was gone. I feel like everybody was like trying to keep Clay from the truth, and everybody was trying to kind of like form a friendship around Clay so Clay wasn't in that group. And then in season 2, Zach, Clay, Justin, Jessica, Courtney, basically everybody besides like Bryce and his buddies were like a group, which I found funny how like role reversals. Bryce is disgusting too, like I can't, but like I feel like that storyline just with Bryce and just everything revolving around that was very real, and it's definitely a story you don't really see told. Now some people might argue that like they went too far and that some of the scenes they did were just, they went too far, but also the fact is a lot of shows that try to do these stories, they sugarcoat everything. So I feel like showing a real picture really gets the message out there and really shows it, and it's doing more good and everything. And also they do have a after show for this. It's on Netflix too, so while you watch that you can go watch that. It's like 50 something minutes, so I definitely would recommend going watching that. They had like a whole after show with the cast, and they also had, I believe they had some psychologists on it with them as well to talk about it. So I actually haven't watched that yet, but I plan on watching it probably tonight or maybe another day or something. I'll probably watch when I get ready because I just can't see myself sitting there and just watching that. But I do think it's important just to see where they came from with the stories, and yeah, I think it's very real because they actually show everything, and I think that's how they're going to get their message out there and everything. I did think it was a little like, I don't know, I wouldn't say it's a little much, but just seeing Hannah and Clay, like Clay almost like seeing her as a ghost was really intense. And yeah, I definitely think the scene in episode 13, the bathroom scene with Bryce and his two buddies and then him beating on Tyler, that scene was way too much, like way too much. I could not, like my hand was literally over my mouth. I watched this last night and my heart was literally racing after watching this episode. I was like, oh my god, I can't believe that happened. And apparently episode 13 is always when they show those really hard scenes. Everybody's like, oh, that was so unnecessary. I do think it was they went a little too far with that scene, but I can kind of see why they went there, and that they went there because, you know, we need to see these things because it's how we start conversations and everything. There was 2 verdicts throughout the series and everything. So in, I believe it was episode 4, we get the verdict for the Liberty, for Hannah's parents versus Liberty School, and if they were responsible, and the verdict was not guilty. They don't find the school responsible, which I did not like. I guess they did that because of drama, and that most likely in schools won't be found guilty and everything. And I honestly, I kind of feel like they were guilty just looking through the show and watching every episode and kind of seeing those evidence roll out. I think they were guilty just because, like, Hannah went to a guidance counselor and basically said her feelings. And yes, she wasn't specific, but I feel like anybody who you go to, if you say words like that, I feel like if somebody came to me like that, I would be like, try to help actually do something, because obviously it was obvious how her feelings were, but that guidance counselor was obviously overworked. He wasn't really trained properly, it seems like, and everything. And I think they should have at least been like, okay, well, we're gonna give the schools proper training. We're gonna give counselors proper training, teachers proper training on how to deal with situations like that. And I think the school will, if there is a next season, they will like go into that more properly training. I think they should. And bullying is a huge issue. Sexual assault is a huge issue. Gun violence is a huge issue. They took all the hard major issues in the world right now and really made it into the show, which I appreciate. The last episode was really hard with gun violence, seeing Tyler just, you know, come to the school and on the spring fling dance night and come there with a gun, and we see them get rid of him. Like, Tony comes up with the car and he makes him get in the car. That was just hard to watch because, I don't know, like just seeing his pain, because obviously he was beat up by Bryce and his guys earlier in the episode. Just seeing his pain was just hard. And hey friends, so I'm interrupting the video real quick because I forgot to mention something that I really just wanted to be in this video and I really think is important to be in this video. So I'm here vlog style for you. I did mention there were 2 verdicts and I forgot to mention the other verdict, so I decided that I'm just gonna insert it right here. But the other verdict had to do with Bryce, because Bryce was arrested, of course, for the assault on Jessica. I'm not sure, I can't remember on the top of my head if he was ever convicted for the one of Hannah. I don't think he was. That's besides the point and everything, but Justin did also give his confession, and then Jessica finally got the courage to give hers, which I thought was very important because a lot of sexual assault survivors and just survivors in general, it's hard for them to come forth and be able to say those kind of things. So I think that was very important to kind of show in the show, if you know what I mean. I can't relate to that personally, but I can imagine that a lot of people are happy to have that story out there more, if they have their story out there. And so Justin technically was I forget what the word is. He wasn't part of it, but he witnessed it, so he got arrested as well. And Bryce gets 3 months, but Justin gets 6. That was ridiculous. Now Bryce is very white. So is Justin, but Justin kind of went through a hard life. His mom's a drug addict. His stepfather is a drug dealer. So he has that life where he's not like the privileged white kid. Bryce is privileged. He is an asshole. So he, of course, gets 3 months and Justin gets 6, which is completely ridiculous. And Justin shouldn't even been arrested, but because of that, he was. I know he is at fault, and sadly, he's at fault even though everything's going on in his life. But Bryce did a lot worse. And the fact that he only got 3 months probation and Justin got 6 is ridiculous. First of all, I think Justin should have got 3 months probation, and I think that Bryce should have went to jail for at least, I would say at least 25 years, honestly. He did get his scholarships taken away and he did get stuff taken away, but that's no different. That doesn't do anything. And I don't feel like that was good. I get that's probably what happens after first offenses. If they had more evidence, he probably would have went to jail for longer. But yeah, that's kind of that, and I don't think I have any more thoughts, but yeah, those are my thoughts. Sorry to interrupt. Justin's drug addiction was hard to watch. It was just hard. They showed him, I think in the last episode, they showed him shooting up in his foot, and I was just like, please don't do it. Telling Justin not to do it, that was just so hard. But I feel like the things that are hard to see really stick with us, and for some people that might not be good, but I think it really shows the true story and how it is, and I think that's very important. Talking about these things now is what we can do. We can continue to talk about these things. We can continue to have these conversations and just really instill these. And I know a movie that really tackled cyberbullying in the past was Cyberbully with Emily Osment. If you haven't seen that, I think it's on Netflix as well. I think it's hard with bullying. As much as schools say they're doing things, a lot of schools aren't doing things, and teachers aren't really doing things. And I know I'm going into teaching and I will be teaching younger kids, but bullying is a thing throughout school, and I think it's getting worse because of social media, and just because I feel like nowadays parents don't really monitor their kids online. And this is a whole nother topic, but bullying, schools need to first be doing things, because parents don't always know if their kids are being bullied. Because I went through a little bullying when I was in high school, and my parents didn't know until I said something. So it's hard. People just expect parents to know everything about their kids, but likely they don't know everything about their kids, because kids can hide things. They can mask feelings. There's only so much you can keep in, but sometimes it happens, I think this show needs to show schools and to show kids that schools need to be doing better and parents need to be doing better, because we all can improve, whether if it's on a math test or whether if it's a personal thing. We all can improve. Like, everybody needs improvement from time to time. And there's just so much to say about this show, but if I talk for like, I could literally talk about it all day. And I'm sure you don't want to listen to me all day. I'm sure about that. But I just think that, you know, they're getting a message out there. They're getting people talking. And the more people talk about the show, the more things are going to happen. And I definitely don't want to get very political, but definitely the gun violence, I do think, whether if you're liberal, conservative, independent, whatever you are, I think it is something that needs to be talked about more, and it's something that needs to be definitely put like controlled more. And I'm not really gonna get into that because it's not that kind of video, but it's very, very important. I think it's very important, and just all the topics they talked about in this series is very important, and just all the stories we see a lot of different stories among all the kids. And one of the lines that really stuck out to me was how Clay was like, Justin's like, you keep forgetting I'm fucked up, and Clay's like, we're all fucked up, which I feel like is kind of true. Everybody has their issues, and that's just how life is. Like, and I think it's great how Clay's parents are adopting Justin. Love to see that more if we get a next season. I think because his mom is a drug addict and his stepdad is a drug dealer, I think his parents don't really care a shit about him. They don't really give a crap, you know. Like, now he finally feels love, I feel like, with Clay, and I really liked their relationship this season. I feel like Clay was almost taking Justin under his wing, which I really liked seeing that this season, and seeing more of Justin, because Justin wasn't really likable last season, but now I feel like towards the end and towards the middle he was getting more likable. And I definitely, yes, this show is so important. I could literally say that 50 times. I probably already mumbled that 50 times. I'm not preaching or anything, I'm just saying this was really important. I really, really liked it, and I think it really did some great things. And yeah, let's just keep the conversation going in the comments. I might do like another video like this and talk about it again. They left it open where there definitely needs to be a next season, but I don't know. I'm sure they'll get a next season. It's honestly not a long-lasting show for me. I don't think it'll last a super long time, but I definitely think it's one of those shows that needs another season, if you know what I mean. And I think it was very important, and it's out there. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and feel free to comment your opinions down below. Like I said, no hate, please. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of it. And yeah, I did enjoy talking a little bit. I don't know if my feelings really got out there, but I think I said everything that I really wanted to say. And before you go, please subscribe if you haven't already, because I post videos every single week, and I would love for you to be subscribed to my channel. Doing a lot of reaction videos. My next one will be a little bit less serious, because it's either going to be Jane the Virgin or Station 19 and Grey's Anatomy mashed all in one. So definitely check that out if you want to see that. I might do another follow-up on this, maybe in like a chill chit chat gritty me on my main channel or on here, I'm not really sure. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.